Okay, weather-wise, it is sunny and it is hot, hot, hot.
Yeah, it is. We're going to be close to 90 degrees. We're ahead of yesterday's pace. 86 was the high in Indy yesterday. I just checked with Lindsay and we're about 4 degrees ahead of that pace. So we're going to be close to 90 as we finish off today. 82 officially in Indy, 84 Mount Comfort. We got some 70s on the map here too. So really just the same old song and dance we've been playing here for the last several days. No big change to the weather pattern. So no big change to our day-to-day weather. Now with that said, as we look south down Meridian, you can see the haze that's collecting a bit toward the ground. I'll explain that in a moment. We're at 82, dew point 58. So the air quality alerts continue for today and they've been extended for tomorrow. With that said, as we look at the current air quality map, nothing too crazy right now that is subject to change. I just checked on the latest gauge there in Indy and it's moderate. But if you have a very, very sensitive respiratory system, you might want to limit your outdoor time here just a little bit. If you're going to be outside this afternoon, back at it. Hazy sunshine, going to be hot, not too humid. Temperatures peaking close to 90 degrees. We've got more of those in the forecast as well. We'll see you at the 7-day here in a few minutes.
All right, Sean, thank you so much. Now, new at noon today, a 22-year-old man is dead. A suspect is in custody after a shooting that went down in Greenwood. It happened last night around 10:15 on Dover Drive. That's near the Westminster Apartments there. Police now telling 13 News the shooting stemmed from a fight between two people when the suspect shot at the other person. Police say the suspect missed that person, hitting and then killing Beden Maburo, who was standing nearby. Police later found a suspect at a hotel located along the interstate of I-70. Now he's in custody. In fact, he's at the Johnson County Jail held without bond. Our team now is following the investigation and we'll bring you the latest that we learn on all our platforms today and as our coverage continues this afternoon when 13 News starts at 4 p.m. And a death investigation is now underway on the north side in Castleton after police there found a body in a pond. The discovery was made around 8 this morning at the intersection of Craig and East 82nd Street. At this time, there are no additional details on who the person was or how the body ended up in the water there. Now to the courtroom where a judge is denying a reduced bond for a father charged with neglect. It's his 2-year-old daughter who shot and killed herself and she used his gun. The court records say that 23-year-old Leonte Anderson's daughter Harmony found her dad's gun on the top of a shoe rack. She died in their home July 11th. Anderson wasn't charged in the case until last month. He has now asked the judge to cut his bond to $8,000, but the judge left the bond at $40,000 cash. He is now due back in court next month. 3 young people now are in police custody this afternoon. Investigators with Fishers Police, IMPD, and the FBI are working together and linking them to hundreds of car break-ins. And that's not all. Over the course of their joint investigation, officers not only recovered stolen cars, but guns as well. They say the crimes happened across Fishers in Hamilton County and Indianapolis in Marion County. Investigators say anyone with information related to these break-ins, you're urged to reach out to police to enhance their investigation. The city of Indianapolis is now issuing a new deadline for the closure of a homeless encampment in the Fountain Square area. Come Thursday, people living in this camp will need to move out. For months now, we've been sharing with you the reports on safety concerns. It comes from both neighbors and the people who live there. And now many are asking, will this be the latest deadline? Will this be the one that finally brings change there? Our Alex Almanza went to the camp to hear from the people who are at the center of it all.
Another sign posted this week at the Leonard Street camp in Fountain Square. It says the Streets to Home Indy initiative will be working with people at the camp to find solutions until September 18th. After that, the notice states camping there is not allowed, and any unaccompanied items not labeled are headed to the trash. Outreach teams have been moving people into housing, and what was once a large row of tents is now just a handful.
I'm hoping they do find new homes for these people, and we can have get the neighborhood back to where it was.
Kyle Christie has lived in the area for a decade and admits the camp has brought its share of issues. But after getting to know some of the people living there, he says he's seen the other side of the story.
There's a lot of really good, hardworking people. Those types of people we should go above and beyond to try to accommodate.
Tanya Ahmed has been without a home for 3 years, so for her, the notice on the pole is more than a date on paper.
But everybody's been getting their housing. I know I might be one of the last ones, but God is working his magic on me. That's all I can say. He's got something in store for me.
Mark Schreiber has high hopes. 6 years on the streets and a survivor of a gunshot to the head, he says this time the city means it.
They've been working 24 hours a day to get people housing. They're not messing around. So as soon as one person's done, they take the tent and it's out of here. So there's only a few of us left now.
Neighbors want tents gone. Campers want dignity. Both just want a happy lifestyle.
It is a blessing in disguise because I have learned so much and I have met the most wonderful people that are homeless. But God sent me a sign to keep having faith.
For now, the city says Thursday is the last day of camp.
And today is the Indiana State Budget Committee. They're meeting in Terre Haute. We know one of the items up for discussion is the Miami County Correctional Facility. This happens to be the facility that the Trump administration wants to use to house ICE detainees. The Indiana DOC is asking the state for $15.8 million to pay for capital improvements in order to house the detainees. An IDOC spokesperson says the request would be reimbursed by ICE, all as part of the deal. Officials say an official timeline is still being ironed out as this discussion continues. Now to northeastern Indiana, Allen County specifically, where a family in Fort Wayne is now looking for answers after they say a man legally here in the States was detained by Immigration, Customs and Enforcement. So his name is Prajumit Singh, and he came to the States from India, and he arrived here more than 30 years ago. His family says he's earned permanent resident status. He's built a business in Fort Wayne, and his kids were born here in the States. But they say back in July, Singh was flying back from India and then was detained when he went through Chicago O'Hare's airport. Singh's attorney tells our NBC affiliate in Fort Wayne that ICE and Homeland Security detained him because of an old case against him. The attorney says that Singh was charged with felony theft back in 1999 for not paying to use a payphone. Singh did get that charge downgraded to a misdemeanor in 2022, but his family says there's more to that old case.
If that's a crime, how come you're letting the payphone to have the number go through? He will just pick up the phone and dial the number directly and it connects. We just want to know answers. What are you guys going to do with my brother? I mean, we want him out, you know.
Prajumit Singh's attorney says the next step is to take the case to a federal court. Right now, he's in Kentucky in a detention center. Our partners in Fort Wayne have reached out to a spokesperson for the Department of Homeland Security, and at last check, they are still waiting to hear back. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Now to the redistricting debate that is nationwide and underway here in Indiana as well. Indiana Governor Mike Braun says if he calls a special legislative session, it could happen anytime between November and the beginning of January. The governor says he wants this to be a decision that lawmakers come to on their own. He says he's hearing that some Republican lawmakers are now in favor of a special session. One Democrat says that's not the case. This comes as former Transportation Secretary and South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg is returning to Indiana. He's here speaking at a rally against redistricting. It'll start at 1:30 at the Indiana State House. People who would like to go are asked to arrive by 1 for a security screening there. We'll have coverage for you on all of our platforms.